Hello, Evelyn.
Oh, do sit down, William. You make the place look untidy. No, not there.
Sorry, Evelyn. I thought the speech you wrote for me went down very well, don't you?
Your delivery was a bit wooden, but I'm sure we can work on that.
I wondered whether perhaps we should have mentioned the judicial review did find we'd made errors in how we'd consulted on the retention fee rise, though.
Really? And why might that be, William?
Oh, sorry, Evelyn. Well, I wouldn't want to think we misrepresented the judge's findings.
Look, William, did the judge say that he recognised that the GDC had to be properly funded and that he did not find any errors serious enough to quash my decision to raise the annual retention fee?
Yes.
And wasn't that basically what you said in your speech?
Well, yes.
There you go. So you didn't, in essence, misinterpret the judge's findings, did you?
Well, no, I suppose not.
But the crucial thing the judge said was that he recognised that the GDC had to be properly funded in order to carry out its duties to protect the public. And for that reason he approved the rise to £890. Don't you see what that means?
What, Evelyn?
It means it sets a precedent, dimwit. So basically we can justify any damned increase we like from now on. So, what have we got today?
Barry Cockcroft is coming in to see you.
Oh, God. I was hoping we'd have seen the last of him now he's announced his standing down this year. What the fuck does he want?
I think he said he wanted to talk about the Which report on lack of clarity in the pricing of dental treatment costs.
Excuse me, Miss Gilberry, but the Chief Dental Officer is here. He says he's in a bit of a hurry as he has another appointment this morning. Shall I send him straight in?
No, Deirdre. We'll make him wait. Tell him I'm busy, but I'll try not to keep him too long.
Do we really have to keep up this dear leader pretense, Evelyn? I mean, I just don't feel comfortable with it.
Yes, we do, William. I've told you the best way to treat people is by instilling abject fear that straying even slightly from following our guidance will not be tolerated. I'm sure you'll agree it seems to work in other situations. Deirdre, can you write a letter to that BDA fellow, whatever his name is, Warble or something, I think? Thank you for your letter about our press statement following the judicial decision that clearly found in our favour. We acknowledge that the judge may have found an insignificant procedural error, but more importantly he pointed out that it was to the credit of the GDC that we had shown every intention of conducting a transparent consultation. The fact that the judge confirmed our perfectly reasonable decision to raise the ARF to £890 was valid means we can now use the additional funds to investigate complaints against dentists even more vigorously. And when we find them guilty, be assured we will deal with them most severely. I'm sure you will be looking forward to working with us to further this endeavour in the new year. Yours, etc., etc.
I think the judge did say we'd have to bear the cost of the trial, though, Evelyn.
It won't be us paying for it, though, will it? We'll stick the ARF up again next year to cover it. Deirdre, you can tell Mr. Cockcroft I'll see him now. Come in, Barry.
Morning, Evelyn. Shall I sit down?
No, don't bother. I won't keep you long. Now, what can I do for you?
I was wanting to talk about Which campaign. Clean up dental costs.
What about it?
Well, seems they found dentists are misleading patients over what treatment is available on the NHS.
Well, why do you find that surprising when even you aren't able to define what is and what isn't available on the NHS?
But
You just spew out the old mantra that all treatment that is clinically necessary is available on the NHS, which everyone knows is a meaningless fudge.
yes, but Evelyn, they're saying that some dentists are actually deliberately seeking to maximise their financial advantages over those of the patient.
Well, of course they bloody well are. If they weren't, you could take it to its ultimate conclusion and say that they ought to be treating patients for nothing.
But Evelyn, isn't that in breach of GDC standards about putting the professional's needs over that of the patient?
Wait a minute. Actually, I think you might have something there, Barry.
Sorry, Evelyn, I don't follow.
Why am I surrounded by people who just bleat that they're sorry all the time? But I think you've given me an idea. Well, I mustn't hold you up any longer. I gather you've got an important appointment. So, run along and close the door after you.
What was all that about?
I'm just thinking we could say that if dentists are actually making money out of treating patients, then we could make a case they weren't acting in the patient's best interests, which gives us an excuse to bring a case against pretty well anybody.
But we could never afford to do that, Evelyn.
Perhaps not, but the thought that we might would make it much less likely there'll be any resistance when we put the ARF up again next year.